out another focus there, especially when, as you mentioned, China. Now, the House Foreign Affairs Committees has been holding the foreign policy legislation and oversight. Instead of imposing sanctions on China on other purchasing of larger amounts of Russian oil, Trump seems to be singling out India with tariffs and hurting Americans and sabotaging the US-India relationship in the process. It is almost like it is not about Ukraine at all. So there are some sensible voices that it seems, Srinjoy, that are also coming in saying that as far as Trump's relation with India is concerned, it should not be complicated or strained to a point that there is no point of coming back or reconciliation.
India and America have been good friends from after 1998. Let's not forget that when the war between India and Pakistan was happening, not now, but in 1999, for 3 months in Kargil, it was President Bill Clinton who summoned Nawaz Sharif back to Washington and gave him a piece of his mind. Let's not forget that. But America and India have had difficult times. In 1998, when India went nuclear, the entire West, with the exception of France, turned its back on India. But things got worked out. Then we had that Devyani Khobragade case. You will remember that, when the Americans ill-treated her. Again, India was very upset, and there was a meltdown in the relationship. But things got sorted out. So there is a hope that there will be a situation when India and America will again be very close friends. India and America continue to be officially at least strategic partners. And there are reasons why India and America depend on each other. Now, all this talk about China, for all its faults and for Donald Trump's recent problems, let's not forget that India and America do not have a border problem. So all of these things hopefully will get sorted out. But when they will get sorted out, we don't know. Because as long as President Trump does not change his mind, and he is known to change his mind very often, this problem will continue.
But is it all about Ukraine anymore, or just about singling and targeting India, Srinjoy? Because we have to now look out for what's happening next. India's presence at the event, when it comes to the two biggest leaders of Asia, which is Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Narendra Modi coming together, is this a warning sign when it comes to America? Because this Asian power seems to be a realignment. 5 years ago, what the situation was, is there a thaw that is now coming in the relationship which the United States must now be wary of?
Well, it's very important that there will be a thaw between China as in India. It's important to have that thaw. But how long-lasting that will be, how helpful that will be to India remains to be seen. Because, yes, India welcomes a thaw vis-a-vis China. India wants better ties with China. About that, there is no doubt. But let's not forget that India and Pakistan had a problem. And in those 4 days of Operation Sindoor, the Chinese helped the Pakistanis in different ways.
But China has acknowledged, as far as when it comes to the 50% steep hike on tariffs that has now been imposed on India, where it has called out the United States and said this is nothing but bullying tactics. Please do stay on with us, Srinjoy. Another angle that we want to put